Alright, so I wanted to do a quick review of the items that have come out of the two Frostval quests. We have the Trickster's Prestige weapon. That's the name of the magic weapon, at least. And then we have the Trickster's, I guess it's called the Pack Misc or whatever. Looks like that the set this year is going to be dodge focused items. So let's just show off the weapon here. Trickster's Prestige. Basically, you click this and then it creates healing. It is similar to the nickel-clad stuff that was released recently, and that it is hit-based and caps at 4. In this case, it has 2 triggers that can stack. It has a trigger versus blind enemies and a trigger versus berserk enemies for greater healing. So basically it hits versus misses. No, it's not. Take that back. It is basically hit based in that the more hits you do, the more that you will heal. And I'll show this off here shortly. I think that it is one of the best weapons made in a long time. It does quite a bit. So just to kind of showcase that. Okay, so I have 1833 hit points, and then 4 hits, I'm up to 2173. So as you can see, 4 hit armors like the beast modes, stuff like that, will you'll get the most use out of it. As you can see, it's about that. There was about 339 hit points. Multiple. If you use it multiple turns, I mean that's like 300. Assuming you don't miss, over 300 heal per turn. That's quite significant. I think it is a item that you can make the argument that it's a permanent carry in your inventory. As you can see, in a lot of cases, it will just heal back what you just lost in damage. Maybe not in this case. Not in an optimal armor, obviously, but so for 59 SP plus a dual trigger, it's pretty nice. So utilizing, placing the monster in berserk and blind comes in quite handy. For those that have any of the 2 Chaosborn variants, the shield has a clickable skill, and it actually does both of those on the monster. So now we have berserk and blind. The amounts don't matter as it pertains to the weapon here. So you should be able to get increased healing because you have 2 different triggers. I know not everybody's going to have the Chaosborn Lantern shield, but it is a quick way to essentially get the monster to the point where you can get to a point where you can utilize both triggers. So it should increase the damage there, or the heal damage there. So as you can see, just doing it every turn, you're just healing each time. And you can combine this with certain ideas to get more bang for your buck here. And I'll showcase just with Wishweaver, but there's some other options that you can go with. So so now the Misc, I'm going to use this bell shell. So this heals based on damage. So I'm starting out with 1608 here, and then I ended up with 2080. So that was 472 that turn. So as you can see, you can combine it like anything else. To me, if you're going to use an idea, you can take advantage of the idea by stacking effects. And I don't know how many armors out there heal based on its offensive output, but just to sort of showcase that, let's see here. Go back with this. Wishweaver has a 3-hit siphon, so we're going to go from 1639. We're going to heal based on it. It'll cap at 703. We'll heal based on the weapon and the Misc all at once. 1639 to 2694, so that was over 1000. So being able to heal based on damage is pretty nice, and I'll take that over a straight heal spell every time. That's kind of why I like the heal poison idea. You're doing some damage while healing, and not just healing via just taking a turn. So that's the Trickster's prestige weapon, the magic weapon. And like I've been saying, it's a extremely good weapon. I think it's one of the best weapons in the game. For players that utilize a lot of armor attacks, it's outstanding, in fact. And let's finish up this monster, and we can move on to the Misc. Alright, so the Misc is going to be dodge lash, but it's working a little different. I don't know if staff has decided to abandon the per hit dodge lash. I don't know if we're going to see a review of those items or not. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pivot. See if I can get. Alright, so I think you click it and it will go from defending against wind. It looks like you get 50 dex. You still keep the 50 dex, and so that provides like what, 1 blocking, I guess. So I'll go ahead and keep on the Chaos Ward shield to give myself 6 more blocking here, and we'll see if we can get. Let's see if we can get this thing to basically dodge lash the monster. I'm just gonna spam the shield spell here and see if I can get. So basically, I think it caps out at approximately, let's say 400 dodge lash. I want to say it's appreciably worse than Summoning Stone. Actually, I think I have Fear mode on the Creature 72. So we got 41 blind and 20 blocking, so we should be good here for the most part. Alright, let's see what the dodge lash ends up being. So about 377. So there's going to be a base and random tied to any type of effect, so we'll get some random numbers here. One's 443, so that's probably pretty close to the range. Probably maybe as low as 350 and maybe as high as 450 is probably what you're realistically looking at. Summoning Stone and even the Louis Misc, I think, is going to give you better dodge lash damage, but they are considered premium items. Louis being Z token and Summoning Stone being golden gift box. But that is going to be, I guess, considered free to play because it's in a quest, even though after the season, obviously you're going to need to be able to have the painting to access it. We'll do a couple more rounds here and see if we can get any significant differences here, but I don't think it's going to be. So this one's hits versus misses. So the monster, that one's 536. That one was kind of a higher roll there. But a monster with like a 4-hit, 6-hit attack is going to do more damage in dodge lash using Summoning Stone. This thing is just going to kind of cap. It's going to have a cap. Looks like you can hit 500s in damage, it seems. I think that the Misc might have been kind of cooler if the dodge lash was maybe elemental, like wind element, as opposed to harm. But it looks like that we still need a shield, we still need an armor, and I think a pet should come out. So this upcoming week is probably just the pet, and then they're going to do the shield and the armor. They might do the shield and the pet together this upcoming week, but most likely the shield will be with the armor in the last, like basically in the war reward, because the final week will be a war, and then they'll do the gift delivery, and then you'll be able to get the rewards in the quest, and then the gift boxes will open sometime after the new year once that war is done. But that's the first couple of items for this year's Frostval quest. Looks like it's going to be a dodge based set. Looks with the berserk and blind trigger on the weapon. I would expect the armor to maybe be able to inflict both of those. Maybe we will see some dodge lash effects on the shield and the armor as well. So it should be a pretty good overall set. Currently, for armors, all we really have is Chaosborn and Nemesis for dodge lash, unless there's something that escapes me. So it'll turn out to be pretty good if the armor is able to do some dodge lashing, as well as able to inflict some effects that can help it actually dodge. So something to look forward to.